Hello and a very warm welcome to this film. Developing Clairvoyance. The first time I experienced my clairvoyance was in 1974 when I was attending a 2-day healing channeling course in Swansea, Wales. Clairvoyance is a faculty that we all have, and when correctly activated, it will give us the ability to access abstract and paranormal energies. It's an energy center of the 6th chakra that is commonly known as the third eye. The third eye is closely aligned to the 5th chakra, the throat chakra. These two chakras are where the clairvoyant, clairaudient, and clairsentient faculties reside. You may feel that these two chakra centers requires greater input of energy in a way that will awaken and stimulate them, such as through specific meditations. When you meditate and put more light into these two chakras, you will increase the activation of the spiritually orientated pineal and pituitary glands, which are deeply embedded in the brain. These are the two major glands that increase the activity of consciousness by taking it into the 4th and 5th dimensions and above. This will then open the doors to your clairvoyant, clairaudient, and clairsentient faculties. The meditation will naturally activate the corpus callosum, which is a thick band of nerve fibers that divides the cerebral cortex into the left and right hemispheres. The corpus callosum transfers motor, sensory, and cognitive information between the two hemispheres of the brain. By stimulating and activating the corpus callosum in this manner, a deeper communication between the two hemispheres takes place. By raising the consciousness spiritually, the corpus callosum will begin to build bridges that will unite the left and right hemispheres of the brain into a singular state of higher consciousness. This in turn stimulates the third eye and begins the process of regulating the visual cortex of the brain to accept abstract images and energies. Whenever this process begins, it's a sure sign that a deeper aspect of your spiritual journey has begun. The third eye chakra. This chakra is directly connected to the visual cortex that lies at the back of the brain. If this center has not yet been spiritually activated, the visual cortex will mostly receive input from only the physical eyes. This is due to the fact that the consciousness of the logical left and intuitive right hemispheres of the brain have not yet been activated in a manner that unites them. Third eye awakening. There is a specific meditation that you can use to activate the third eye, which is called Creative Visualization Meditation. This form of meditation is the most natural aspect of your spiritual development. Yes, stillness is a quality that is required in order to observe. But what is the point of developing stillness if you are not able to activate it in order to seek greater learning? The golden rule of meditating is to always ask in order to receive. Without asking universal consciousness for an answer, it is not possible to receive one, which relates to the law of demand. The law of demand is there for you to ask universal consciousness in order for you to receive. Many forget to ask when meditating. I would advise you to activate the law of demand at all times during a meditation in order to go deeper into the guidance that you receive. There are 3 basic steps to follow when working with creative visualization meditation, which are as follows. The first step, imagination. Your imagination is connected to the logical mind, and opening one's imagination for this method of meditation is the first step taken to move forward and upwards. The logical mind has a very strong controlling factor over your life. It's the skeptical side and will create fear as a form of protection because it does not trust what it cannot see or feel through the 5 physical senses. It is of vital importance to calm the logic and emotional self before one can move forward in meditation. Otherwise, the lower mind will constantly block the natural flow of one's meditation. For example, try to imagine yourself standing on a beach. The lower mind will automatically take you there. Why? The imaginative mind will recreate a beach that you have previously been to, which is why it feels safe to be there in the imaginative state. You see the beach. You feel the sand under your feet. You see the ocean and you smell the nature all around you. In creative visualization meditation, the mind is used as a tool to take you into a higher state of consciousness by taking control over influencing forces, simply by telling it to accept and trust what is being experienced. This takes you into the second step, that of creation. Step 2. Creation. From the plane of imagination, you have now stepped up into the creation of what you see. The creation of what you see is the picture of the beach, which is an image that is as real as is the present moment. This is due to the fact that you are now stepping out of Earth laws of time and distance, past and future, which is being controlled by the lower mind. From this meditative state of consciousness, you are crossing over the bridge from the left into the right hemispheres of the brain, from the third dimension of consciousness into the fourth dimension. This takes you into the all-trusting intuition. Within your meditation, the right hemisphere does not respond to the influences of time and distance because the logical imagination no longer has an influence upon your mind and physical form. Your creative thoughts have become astral in their projection, whereby those aspects of time and distance no longer have a bearing or hold over your logic during the meditation. This will then take you up into the third step of perception. Step 3. Perception. You are now 2 steps above the influences of the logical mind. Perception takes you deeper into the streams of higher consciousness, which activates and deepens the development of the third eye and the throat chakra. This opening gives the possibility to perceive through the qualities of the higher senses, that of the clairvoyance and clairaudience faculties, the medium's skills. Perception gives the opportunity to study what it is that is being witnessed during the meditation, which is now free from the controlling influences of the lower mind. You trust the journey that you are on through this higher state of consciousness. You are able to move into other experiences as you continue to ask the questions, because the logical mind no longer has a hold upon your thoughts. Such a flow allows new experiences to appear through the visualization of universal guidance, which will continue for as long as you remember the golden rule: to ask in order to receive. You feel free to accept the new experiences that come to you. It is on this level of consciousness that you feel that you are the most liberated being. For example, you can ask, "What is this that I see?" or "What does it mean?" It is from this third level of meditation that you are able to experience the depth of your inner stillness, where greater awareness of the higher planes of consciousness can be grounded and harnessed into all levels of your being. Your third eye establishes a stronger connection with the visual cortex, which then unites with the physical eyes. Eventually, the spiritual third eye and the physical eyes become as one. If you are not guided or led by a teacher during such a meditation, the time of return is governed by your soul that oversees all things in relation to the cosmic journey that you have undertaken. This form of meditation is the most natural aspect of your spiritual development. When you have finished the meditation, always follow the same way back through the journey that you have taken. Make sure that you ground yourself properly by bringing yourself fully back into the physical body. The physical body acts as an anchor, and your soul is the ship that is able to travel. In between the anchor and the ship, there is the etherical cord of life, through which you draw yourself back into the physical body at the end of the meditation. Do not open your eyes until you feel that you have completely returned into the dense physical body. The freedom that meditation brings to mind, body and soul. The whole purpose of life is to develop spiritual values and to live by them with every breath. Meditation harmonizes all chakra centers and opens the door towards higher consciousness. Through the development of your meditation, the faith of the divine that is within your soul will move closer to the liberation that you seek. Meditation is a clear indication that you are on the path to liberate and transform the lower nature, that of ego. The soul has been knocking on this door for some time, but has not yet been heard by you until this special moment. Thank you for watching and listening to this video. Peace, love and light, Ralph Jenkins.